How you doing, guys? This is Eric from RuleTheWasteland.com. You may have seen some of the subscription box type services that have popped up lately, like BarkBox or things like that, where you subscribe to the service for whatever genre or category of items it might be. In BarkBox's case, it's pet items, and then they send you regular boxes with different sample type items and different things for you to try out. In their case, it's pet toys and stuff like that, different type of snacks and everything that you may not have been able to find out about, may not have known about, or just an opportunity to get things in little doses and stuff like that, and give you just new stuff to check out in that category. So something that may be more up your alley than BarkBoxes, if you're subscribed to this channel, is a new service out called Survivalist Box, which is basically the same type concept. You can subscribe for a regular service of these, regular shipping of the Survivalist Box, and then you'll get different survival and prepping type items, you know, outdoor, camping, survival, prepping, all that sort of stuff, mailed to you on a regular basis. So this is the inaugural Survivalist Box. It was sent to me by them, so I appreciate that, and I'm gonna show you guys what is in it. Now, just to let you know, I have already opened this. I did a whole unboxing video where hadn't yet opened it, got to film the whole thing, and I found out that it didn't record properly, so I'm having to start over. So the way the things are packed in there, it was much more nicely packed when I first got it, and I just stuffed everything back in there to do the video again because I fouled it up somehow. So don't take the packing and hold it against them, because that was all me. So this is the inaugural one, and they actually have two different size subscriptions that you can go for, either the regular one or the sample size box. I'm not exactly sure. I think this is the regular one, but I'm not 100% on that. So here we have the Survivalist Box, and it comes with a sheet of paper, which is the packing slip, excuse me. Shows you all the little different items that are in your box, so you know what they are, and also shows you the retail value, so what you would have had to pay if you went out and bought all this stuff on your own. And this one came with a free little button compass as well, which are great for the Altoid tin type survival kits. Pretty much anywhere you can throw one of these. Awesome and useful. Today's world of GPS and everything, people forget the importance of having a compass on you at all times. So like I was saying, this stuff I threw in here, it was originally packed much more neatly and with a lot more of this crinkle cut paper cardboard in there to pack it down. And this stuff is also useful because you can use it for tinder or anything like that if you need to. So if you have a survival kit and you have some extra space in there to prevent stuff from rattling around, you might as well stuff it with either this or some cotton balls or dryer lint or something that you can use as a fire starter, and it also prevents your stuff from moving around. So the packing material is also useful. It's not just what's in it. So let's go through all the stuff that we have in here. Now, I was told by the guys at Survivalist Box that the multi-tool, this is the multi-tool that's in there on the first box, is slightly smaller than this prototype box that they sent me. So it should be almost identical in form and function. It'll just be a slightly smaller version of the same one. So we have a great basic multi-tool, perfect for any sort of 72-hour kit, any sort of car preparedness kit, first aid kit, just throw it in your pocket, throw in the toolbox, whatever. Very useful to have a few of those lying around. Next up, we have a razor saw. So this is a very small two-bladed knife. It has a razor blade and a saw on there. So this is another thing that's great for a small survival kit. Obviously not going to be cutting down any redwoods with this thing, but for the size, you can't beat it. You can stuff that thing anywhere and at least have the option for sawing through small branches, sawing through all sorts of different things, and a razor blade as well. Also great for a survival kit is the ubiquitous Fire Steel Flint Striker with the ferrosium rod and the metal thing, the metal striker. So these are extremely useful. It gives you thousands of lights for a fire, and much more durable than pretty much any other form of fire starting, be it matches, lighters, whatever. You can stomp on this thing, drop it in the water, run over with a truck, and you'll still be able to get thousands of lights off of them. So very useful for any sort of preparedness or survival. Another one is we have a basic, what looks like a space blanket. Let's see what it says on the, I believe that's a space blanket. Yep, emergency blanket. This one's nice and low profile. So many of them you see will be folded kind of poorly and come out huge, but this one's nice and low profile. These are useful for obviously using as a blanket, using as a tarp, for water collection, for shelter, for warming people up if they're in shock or hypothermic or whatever. So there's very, very many uses you can use for any sort of plastic sheeting like that, especially when it's reflective. You can use it to signal, all sorts of stuff like that. And then next up we have a basic Cree LED. This one does not have the battery in it, but it's a very, aluminum bodied flashlight with the pocket clip. These are extremely useful. It just constantly blows my mind that even the most basic entry-level flashlights that they make today are just so awesome compared to the crappy big plastic flashlights that you would get even, 10 or 15 years ago. Flashlights used to be garbage. Now even the most entry-level basic flashlights you can get for a few dollars are amazing, and this one is no exception. It's not going to win any awards in terms of its awesomeness, but it's also, you're not going to have any problems with a flashlight like this, and it's great to have a bunch of these lying around or throw in your various kits. Next up, what's left is some food-related items for preparedness. So you get a chance to try out different, with the Survivalist Box, you get a chance to try out different types of long-term storage food, different types of traveling foods for maybe backpacking or hiking or bug-out bags, or long-term stuff like this canned processed cheese. And this was interesting to me because cheese is one of those items, kind of like meat, and that is just difficult to find a lot of options for long-term storage. So I'll have to try this out and see how it is. This is actually from Australia. It says Bega, the Great Australian Cheese, the processed cheese product. So other than maybe keeping like a powdered mix of some kind, there's not a lot of options out there for long-term storage of something like cheese. So that's a cool thing to check out and give it a taste test without having to buy a whole case of it first. You get to see if you like it. Along that same thread is two different, these are Caveman brand, paleo-inspired kind of granola bars, power bars. Different types of food storage like this are great for short-term emergency bags, 72-hour bags, bug-out bags. Great for keeping in your car and in like a first aid kit or just an emergency bag for all just sorts of everyday situations where you may need something to eat. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm a big proponent of not just preparing for major apocalypse type events, but just being prepared overall for everyday type situations, because those are what happen all the time. And getting stuck, missing a flight or something like that, and having some extra food on you while you're traveling, while you're going to work or whatever, it'll help save you from some undue discomfort and probably save you from spending a lot of money at some crappy food place as well. And this one is almond cashew and maple nut are the two flavors here, and these are both non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, no peanuts. So if you have some restrictions on what you eat, then you should check these out as well. It says what we're meant to eat, so it's definitely like a paleo-themed bar there. So that's the type of stuff that you can get from the Survivalist Box. It will be different with each one they send out. You get similar items because they're all going to be related to prepping and preparedness, but it won't be the same box every time. It'll be different things that you can check out. So go check out Survivalist Box. The website will be in the description below. I believe it's survivalistbox.com. And let them sign up, get some cool stuff on a regular basis that you can sample for your survival and prepping needs. So check them out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.